Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel. And the Trae Young 1 has been leaked, or not leaked, but I guess officially unveiled by Trae Young in his most recent playoff game, right? So we've already actually seen the shoe, and we saw it, as you guys all know, Adidas has all of their shoes released in China a year prior to when it actually releases in the United States. So yeah, we already saw this like 6 months ago and we thought it was like the Dawn issue 3, but it actually isn't. And this shoe looks really similar to the Dawn issue 1. It looks kind of like a combination of this. The outsole, it looks a little bit like the Harden Volume 4 and also maybe like a little bit like the BYWX, right? So Adidas just kind of has like that design language where it's an Adidas basketball shoe, So here are some on-foot pictures of, Trae Young wearing this shoe. We actually don't know what it's going to be called, so I'm just going to call it the Trae Young 1, which is kind of interesting. What do you guys think they're going to call it? Because Donovan Mitchell's shoe is the Dawn issue 1. And of course, Damian Lillard has the Dames, and Harden just has the Harden Volume 1, 2, 3, So I wonder what they're gonna actually call this. But as far as the on-foot pictures go, looking at the outsole, we can see that they're using herringbone, which is good. We can see the 3 stripes. It's a green 3 stripes where the ball of your foot is. So the traction, of course, herringbone is nice, but it all depends on if the rubber compound is good. That's what decides if the traction pattern is going to be a good performing traction or a bad performing traction. So obviously we're not going to know if it's going to be good, but just from looking at it, herringbone, that's pretty nice, right? So if you look at the middle of the outsole, we have some like lines. I actually don't know if that's rubber or that's foam, but we'll have to see on that. And then the heel, there seems to be a circle pattern and it says boost in the heel, right? So hint, there is some boost in the shoe. So looking at the cushioning setup, right? So the boost looks to be bottom loaded only here in the heel, which I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of. As you guys all know, I like to feel boost like right underneath my foot. I guess it's nice for impact protection. And as far as the midsole goes, or like this purple foam, it looks like it's light strike. The pattern looks very similar to the Harden Volume 4. So I mean, light strike and boost, I feel like it hasn't been done like this before, as far as like in the actual midsole. Like in the Pro Boost Low, it was kind of like a light strike carrier with a boost core, right? But here in this shoe, it looks to have a light strike midsole, which is probably going to feel pretty similar to the Harden Volume 4. And then the heel, I feel like it's going to be pretty nice. And I feel like it's going to have a good amount of compression because of the boost as well as the light strike. So I don't know, I'm looking forward to this cushioning setup. I feel like it's going to be pretty damn nice. And then moving on to the material. So in this actual colorway, we got some suede, it looks like, and it looks to be a very cheap looking suede. And then for the lacing system, I can't really tell what this is. Is it kind of like the Harden Volume 1 where it has that burrito style tongue? Because I can't really tell. This doesn't really look like a traditional tongue. It just looks like there's something over your foot, where the tongue's supposed to be, and then there's laces over that, So this looks pretty interesting, right? And then here on the medial side, it kind of looks like a burrito tongue, Like this black part kind of like hangs over onto the ankle area, which looks pretty interesting. And then also another thing about the traction, the outsole looks to wrap around the medial side of the shoe a little bit, giving you extra grip if you're doing like doing a lot of crossovers and doing a lot of like Kyrie type movements. So that's pretty nice. So yeah, I mean, the materials in this colorway, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of. I don't really like old school materials. I just like, like a mesh or a textile or a knit. That's just me. Like here in the BYWX, this is a very nice material. So hopefully it's just this colorway, because as you guys all know, Adidas does this, and like depending on the colorway, the materials actually do differ. So hopefully it just, in this weird color, it's like a maroon orange purple color, which I'm not a huge fan of. Hopefully it's just this colorway that has this material. If you look closely at Trae Young's shoe, it looks kind of like a mesh, but you can't really tell because the quality of the pictures aren't that good, right? But yeah, that lacing system and what kind of tongue the shoe is using, it definitely has me curious. And as far as the aesthetics go, I mean, I feel like it looks pretty dope. Like here on the lateral side, you can see the 3 stripes, like in the middle of the shoe. That looks pretty dope, keeping it very subtle. And then this colorway, this kind of like pastel orange color looks dope. And of course, boost is always going to stay white. So I kind of like how that looks. You have a little bit of white here in the heel, but then this maroon colorway looks really bad. So of course, we're going to need to wait on some other colorways. As far as the heel to toe transition, as you guys all know, I don't like Adidas where they have it completely flat like this. Like the Dawn issue 1 was a complete slapper. It did not feel good when I was running down the court. It's just like, You know, it slaps the floor. I mean, it's not terrible, and it's not a huge deal. It's just something that I don't like to experience as much. Like here in the Harden Volume 4, it curves up a little bit more, and then you have a good amount of force flex, so you don't feel that as much. And then here in the BYWX as well, you know, you got a pretty nice heel to toe transition. So hopefully it doesn't feel like the Dawn Issue 1, where it's kind of like a slapper, you know. But as far as the design language, it looks pretty flat, so I'm not a huge fan of that. And looking at the shoe, it looks pretty bulky, kind of like the Dawn Issue 1, you know. Like as you guys can see, look at this. Look at the heel, it like protrudes out like crazy. It just felt pretty damn bulky and very, very bottom heavy for the Dawn Issue 1. And I feel like that's what the Trae Young 1 is gonna like feel like a little bit. Like all of that rubber, the midsole, especially coming up here on the side, and then the materials and all that. It doesn't look like a very light shoe. So hopefully I'm wrong, but to me, just from these pictures, it doesn't look like it's gonna be a very lightweight shoe. But I am pretty damn excited. I mean, if Trae Young has debuted it, it should be coming out soon, maybe in like a month or two, hopefully. But I mean, it's already out in China, it's already in their stores. So I mean, in the US, maybe we should be expecting it soon, right? So anyways, that's the Trae Young 1. Tell us what you guys think of his shoe. And as far as the tech goes, I feel like he got really good tech for his first signature shoe. You know, he got boost and light strike. So as far as the price point goes, I mean, the Pro Boost Low basically uses boost and light strike, and that shoe is like 110 bucks. So I mean, I feel like the Trae Young is going to be around there, like 110, 120 bucks maybe max. But yeah, tell us what you guys think down in the comment section below. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.